Alrighty folks, good morning. Another beautiful sunrise, early day out on the California Delta. Fish are jumping, hopefully they're biting, but first off, I gotta just mention something to you guys. Do you remember a couple videos back where we picked up this boat, the brand new Titan 10.5? We made our way to the shop of the Wizard, and he brought out this crazy looking, almost looked like a portable trailer. What is that? Who makes that?
It's called dynamic dolly, dude. Yep.
Oh man, can I have that? Well, it was a dynamic dolly and we played with it a little bit, especially lugging around some of the big boats in and out of the shop. And I was like, dude, I gotta get one of these. So we got one, we picked one up, and you know, the one, and this is me just being honest, the one negative thing, the only negative thing about having a kayak of this size is it is a big boat to get to and from the water, especially if you're going a long distance from your truck. You don't want to hog up the ramp, or you just have a really steep ramp or incline at the end of the day. And of course, everything about the size, the stability, the comfort, performance totally outweigh that one negative. We've used the wheels in the past and it's not crazy hard, but your legs are burning a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm telling you, that freaking dolly, oh my gosh, moving this boat completely loaded on level ground, no effort at all, like none. Getting it down the ramp, piece of cake. And I'm not sure how it's gonna perform when we get back to the ramp, pulling it up a steep slippery incline. If you guys you know, aren't completely satisfied with your wheel system, or you got somewhat of a long walk to get your boat to where you want to launch, I'll link this product in the description. It's good, man. It'll make life a lot easier. And the nice thing is it breaks down into 2 pieces for me. It can break down into more. Just throw it back in your truck. Simple as that. Okay, so that being said, if you saw the last video, had an awesome day out on the Delta. Got on a nice choppo bite, a nice frog bite. So I think you guys know exactly what we're doing today. Same area. It's going to be a similar tide, similar conditions, another 100-degree day. It's about 6 o'clock right now. Probably spend 6 hours out here. And as we do every so often, fingers crossed we don't jinx it again. We're going to weigh our best 5. We got the scale today. Last video, last tournament, we measured them. Let's weigh them today. See what we can get for our best 5. Yeah, that's the video for today, guys. Who knows what'll happen today? Anyways, let's get fishing. Start with a choppo. Got a low tide. I think it's actually still dropping, but last time when that tide started to rise, that incoming tide, and these trees up on the bank actually had some water underneath them, that's when those big fish would slide up underneath there. We'd skip a frog under there, and that's when we'd get thumped. They were big ones too. So that's the game plan today. We're fishing history. I'm sure we're gonna have to tweak something throughout the day to get on the fish, but at least we know they're in the area and a few starting points as to how to target them. That didn't take long. Well, they're still eating. That's good. That's one thing I didn't do the first thing the other day, was throw the frog way up shallow. I was kind of beating the grass line with choppo and buzzbait, but what we found too were these fish were actually a lot shallower than I thought they'd be setting up. I mean, up there is like less than a foot of water right now. You just wouldn't think they'd be up there. Well, at least one was. I know that's probably a keeper, but oh god, I'm gonna say that's not a keeper actually. If it's borderline, we can't weigh it. Bites on so far. I think that's big. That's keeper. Oh. man, hit myself. There we go. Whew. Thought it was a 3 or a 4. This one's gonna be shy of 2 pounds. It might be a 2-pounder actually. Probably just above 2 pounds, I'm gonna say. First scoreable fish. Yeah, 189. We'll get us started though. Whew. It's a good bite over here, man. This frog bite. I think that's probably potentially my only true mistake in the tournament last video, which I mean, I guess I can't even complain. We did well, had a great day, but I probably should have thrown the frog all morning. I mean, the choppo was getting a lot of bites, but we were getting real small ones for the most part. I think a lot of the bigger fish are buried up in the grass. I've always wanted this to happen. Frog is dangling down by a tule or a limb or something, and a fish comes up and gets it. Like, I've seen it on videos, but it's never happened to me. That plus when the frogs on the bank start chasing your frog, I want to see a bass bust on the real frog. Those are the two, like, cool frog strikes I've yet to witness in person. How beautiful is a sight like this? Like, so much froggable bank. I mean, there's going to be long stretches where we don't get bit, but it all looks so good. Is that a sign I need to slow down? Man, these hook placements are perfect though. Unintentional letting that frog just rest. Keeper number 2. This one will be over 2 pounds. 2 pounds on the nose. Wow. Chunk. Number 2. They're eating it good today, guys. That's always, like, you know, with frog fishing and top water, it's like sometimes they can be a little moody. And they still might be, but it's 4 bites on the frog and every single one of them. I jinxed myself. I was about to say every single one of them ate the bait. Mix it up. That one might have been small though. Seemed like, oh god. Just pulling the legs down. 3rd time's a charm. So I don't get cocky and say, oh, they're just eating the frog. Then you'll have one miss it, because I hear you. Sure, there's a bunch of bait up in this grass. Bait, bluegill, frogs. I mean, the birds are clearly plucking bait out of the grass, so yeah, it makes sense the bass are up there too. I think it just amazes me sometimes in summer how shallow these fish can get after they spawn. You got it good. Ow. 169. Number 3. It's a cool strike. I think this will be this frog's last trip. Caught a lot of fish on it. Still good, but thinking at this rate, this one's gonna be done for by the end of the day. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was crazy. That's a giant, by the way. Oh no. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. That thing, as soon as it hit the water, that thing ate it. It almost seemed like a carp got spooked. Yep, that's what we were hoping for today. Fish like that. And he ate it. I mean, he clearly ate it. Up shallow. Just wild. Just wild. That's a big one. You know, he's really long, he's skinny, but in a kayak tournament, this would be a great fish. It's got to be around 5, I'd say. Oh, it's bigger than that. 652. I guess it is a pretty big one. I mean, I guess he's not too skinny, but like one of those really long ones. A long, long fish. There's no words. The big one we caught the other day in the tournament was the same situation. Little tule patch. The fish was sitting right up against it. We literally cast right on it. The big ones are just sitting up against those tules right now, I guess. Well, we've hit a little bit of a low. I mean, it's only what? 7:37. I mean, we got on the water at the crack of dawn, but a little bit of a lull, which is interesting because the tide has started to move. You can see kind of the grass bend over, currents moving in. Water should be rising. Didn't bring a graph today, as you guys can see. We disconnected our big graph, and we do that every so often, especially if we know we're going to be pretty technique specific, and especially for frogging, where this is kind of like in the way when I'm making casts to my left, just something that kind of blocks me. So didn't bring the graph. Did bring, as you guys probably will guess, the old deeper though. Portable fish finder, basically. You guys know the deal, especially out here on the delta where some of these canals and channels are really shallow on low tide. I was running with it this morning in the dark just to make sure we weren't going to hit anything or run up on a bank. We've mentioned that before. It's a good little accessory to have, a little just-in-case tool if you need a depth finder in a pinch. And you can even see like how deep I'm fishing, and you just put it in the water here. Just connect to the app, and it connects every time you put it in water, so it's never fully on unless it's in the water. It's got a sensor, so it's a nice thing. You're only going to drain the battery when you're actually using it. I mean, take a look at that. We're almost in the middle of the channel right here. It's only what, 2 meters deep? I gotta change it to feet, but it's shallow. That's why it's surprising a lot of these fish are really up against the bank where it's less than a foot. See? It's shallow out in the middle. There's probably fish setting up. Man, I just cannot get that 5th keeper. It's like after we caught that big one, everything just shut down. Are they hunkered down in the grass right now? I'm not sure. Oh, I saw him come get it. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Number 5. Yeah, buddy. On the gilly. Man, that took a long time. Longer than I thought to get 5 today. But we got her. Number 5, it's a solid one. You can tell this fish is hot. Look at him wiggling his tail. That means they're about to flop or shake. And they do that little tail wiggle. 363. Nice. Well, we got about 16 pounds and 3 out of the 5 are squeakers. Another nice gilly fish. Man, that bait catches good quality fish. Like the amount of fish we've caught on it, over half of them have been pretty big. Like the average size fish we catch on this bait has just been better. It's right in that shade pocket. See, this tree's sitting a little lower. Our other trees that we want to skip under, I think they're still a little too high above the water for those fish to slide up in there. Water's still too low, but man, it's, the drawing power. It's pretty cool because I saw that bait come right out of the shade pocket in the sun, and I saw that fish just come up and smoke it. Again, you can see how that thing swims in the water. Let it sink, you twitch it. A unique bait. Oh shoot. Just saw one zoom by. I think it was following my gilly. Ambitious little fella. Well, gilly right now seems to be outperforming the old frog. Getting more bites on it at least. A little bluegill coming to get it. Gilly attracting a gilly. Alrighty, tide is right. Let's see if these fish have tucked up under these trees like they were last time. Just that, throw it way up in there as far as you can. Usually after it lands or one twitch, they bite. Pretty exciting. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Sorry, buddy. He'll survive. When they get airborne and smack the boat, I'm not gonna lie, that's happened before, and those fish are pretty much gone on the spot. He'll live. First fish under a tree on a frog, though. It's encouraging, maybe. Hopefully there's more that have slid up under there. Oh, there we go. That's a call. It might be close to 3. 222. Get rid of a 169. Alright. Next one we got to get rid of is a 189. Shouldn't be too hard. o'clock, guys. Interesting day. We decided to weigh our best 5 today. I think we ended up with like 16 pounds or something like that. Nothing epic. I felt like it could have been epic though, because we started out the morning throwing that frog, the same frog that did our damage last time in the tournament, that live target black frog, and we were working it right over the grass in the shallows, even on a low tide, and the fish were there. They were sitting there and they were munching it. We got some small ones to start, then caught a couple of decent keepers on it, and then as luck would have it, we stuck a nice 6.5 pounder. That was such a rush, such an awesome bite. That fish definitely helped our cause for our bag. Got another one on the frog, and then it actually took a while to get our 5th keeper. We actually had to go, I think about an hour and a half, 2 hours before we decided to cross over into the other side of the river. Started throwing that gilly under some trees as that water was rising, and we stuck that nice 3.5, so got our limit. And after that, it was just tough. I mean, we got a few more frogfish. I think we called up once. Yeah, the rest of the day was pretty dang tough. Another day out here. It's a fun bite. If you're here at the right time, in the right area, throwing the right bait, it's just so hit or miss. I mean, next trip out here, same spot, we could easily blank if we just don't have one of the factors right. So gotta take these days for sure. But that's the video for today, guys. As always, appreciate you guys watching, for coming along, and I will catch you guys in the next video.